Hi guys, and welcome to Seriology, a weekly conversation amongst friends regarding what's currently on the small and sometimes big screen and what might have trended in the past, with me, Lady Alexa, a self-proclaimed TV addict, dreamer, and sucker for romantic shows, and my charismatic, yet sarcastic, co-host Rich the Hot Broccoli, also a TV addict, cat lover, and monster sculptor. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Seriology. Hi, SeriLovers.
Welcome back, everybody, and another episode in November for family and fun.
Yes, and today the Dream Team is back.
Back again, guys.
Leah.
Super excited noises.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
This is so much fun.
Lily, welcome. Drew, welcome back.
Thank you.
What's up?
Glad to be back.
How's everybody's week been?
You know-
Nobody cares. Moving along.
Wait a second.
I know, I actually
have
have some
something
big
to
news.
say. Yeah.
I have some
Lily,
big
you go
news.
first.
The boot came off of my ankle.
And if you guys don't remember, Lily really messed up her ankle. It's been in a boot for 12 months now.
Oh my god, it was forever. We called it the boot of mean because I was just a mean person wearing that boot.
Oh,
You're not
yay.
anymore this sort of Walking Dead.
Yep, exactly. I'm no longer a zombie. Yeah.
Aww.
Well, and on my end, I got a pretty. I scratch off my. How was that you said it, Rich? I scratch off my toe.
Oh, God. Scraped your ankle?
That.
Yeah.
Another body part.
Yeah.
The
Same
scratch
area.
your toe? What the?
Yeah, she's got diabetes, so she lost a toe.
Yeah.
She's got the gout.
I said. Oh God. But anywho, dude, a car got on fire.
Oh, I saw that. That was insane.
So much
On-
fun.
In the parking lot.
You lit
Yes.
a car on fire?
Well, she's
Yeah.
No. A
Spanish.
car
Yeah.
randomly
She's part
caught
of the
on
cartel.
fire. And I was actually talking with Drew, and I'm like, shit, this got on fire. And I sent him a picture, and Drew's like, what the hell is that car on fire? And I'm like, yes.
Like, is it yours? No. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, just keep watching.
I was
So-
like,
Get some marshmallows.
Oh, yes.
it was
Those
so
are the kind of things that
freaky.
are fun if it's not happening to you.
Yes.
Correct.
I felt really bad for the guy, but it was so interesting. And like, of course, this building is filled with Latin people, so all the Latin people was like on the balcony trying to. Some people were recording the shit. I'm like, really?
Why wouldn't you have? I would have
I
recorded
took
that.
Yeah,
pictures.
me
I
too.
took pictures.
I'm not even Latin.
Super crappy, Anna.
I
Happy
took
service.
pictures.
You
I
know,
took
back in the
pictures.
day, people might have gotten, I don't know, buckets of water to try to help, but instead, everyone's just stays on the phone.
Yeah, because that's definitely a Facebook story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I have to ask you, when the firefighter finally took down the fire, or whatever, they literally caught the car. They
Caught
took,
it like somebody threw it at him.
Yeah.
No, they
That's
caught
weird.
it. They
Cut it,
caught
like,
it.
Cut the car.
Cut.
the car.
They
cut the
caught.
cord.
They caught the first, like where the part that caught on fire. They caught it.
Like
Ooh,
Hulk,
weird.
they have to cut it.
No, like She-Hulk, Rich favorite
Yes.
show.
She-Hulk forever.
Is she Hulk? Can
Oh
you
my
imagine?
god, you guys! And can we talk about the fact that Disney Plus is freaking amazing and it has so many movies and shows? I'm so excited. Yeah, I know. I'm the only Disney fan here. Whatever.
Yep.
Disney file.
was-
Whatever.
A long,
You enjoyed that.
really awkward silence.
Whatever. I don't
Can we
care.
talk about this? No, we can't. Okay.
No, we
let's-
cannot.
Can we just move into the show?
Yeah.
I do
instead?
not care. Disney Plus is freaking amazing. It has all the Disney Channel original movies, and oh my god, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
I just can't hide.
So I am seeing a Disney Channel Plus show in the future, I guess.
The Mandalorian.
Well, but like the whole. As
Wait a
unit.
second. Your favorite show, She-Hulk, is gonna be on Disney
Oh,
Plus.
I can't wait for that. I'm actually gonna go straight to just buying it.
I know they say on the second season is gonna be he, she, he, Hulk.
Ooh, because he can't. He.
So, yeah.
What is it when you relating to a gender?
She's transgender.
Yeah, relating to a
You
gender,
know-
so she could use all the bathrooms. He, she, Hulk.
When
could
we
use all the
were-
bathrooms.
When
There's gonna be-
my office.
Depending on what they identify
Well,
with that
third
day.
season, he Hulk wants to be identified as they.
They Hulk.
They Hulk.
Oh yeah, it has
Yes.
its own pronouns.
Yes.
I'm all for the LGBTQ community. I support all transgender individuals.
Yeah.
Especially when they allow me to get confused about the pronouns.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as they understand that I am trying.
But I don't understand it.
No, it's not that I don't understand it. It's just that
No.
I have a difficult time with the pronouns.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pronouns is hard.
Yeah. Especially they.
We need a guide.
Yeah.
I feel like
No,
that
but-
should have been out already.
And
But let me so I have
in
this
English,
fun
in
this
English
fun
you have like he, she, they, and then it's kind of difficult to move. Yeah, but I didn't want to say it.
No. Because it's
Yeah.
Yeah. So, looking forward to second
yeah.
season of Shim-Hulk.
Shim-Hulk.
Oh, what?
Non-binary Hulk.
Yeah, Shim-Hulk.
You know that when we were deciding what superheroes we were gonna be for Halloween, my coworker comes and he's like, "Oh, you can be She-Hulk." All I could think was of Rich. Like, yeah, I am not being She-Hulk. There's no way in
yeah.
hell I'm being
You're-
She-Hulk.
Your tank tops are in the mail, so you're good to wear them for next episode.
I think next year you should be rich for Halloween.
Oh
That
God.
would be so fucking amazing.
I
Oh
think
my
we
God.
all should dress as each other for next year. For
Oh,
Halloween.
God,
That would
yes.
be fun. And take on
Yes.
each other's personas.
I
Drew
gotta
should
work
be
on my
Leah.
accent.
Lily.
I'll be Drew and I'll just be drinking a beer.
Drinking
Yeah.
The whole time and
It's-
really, really loud on my phone.
Yeah.
Ongoing commander.
Yes.
All right, what do we have for the show tonight, guys?
Okay, so tonight is I think, a special episode for all of us because we've all gone through the whole, I read the book, now I want to go and see the movie, or I want
Come
to
on.
see the TV
None of us know how
show.
to read.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah,
Reading-
speak for yourself.
That's
You're the
for
only
stupid
one who
people.
does not
That's
know
That's
how
why I
to
have
read.
TV, so I don't have to read books.
So today we're gonna talk about TV shows and movies that come from books and how the transition was and if we liked it. Even though I think that the best way that I got to see this is that I had to separate book from movie or TV show, or
I have no
else
clue
I
what
would
that
have
even means.
never enjoy anything. That's my point of view. What do you guys think?
I don't know what that means, but moving along.
Oh God! Jeez.
Anybody else get what that meant?
Yeah. The thing is that
Okay.
the thing is that if you have a book, the whole point of reading a book is that you make your own universe. You
Exactly.
make your own characters and your own environments. Everything is made by your mind. When you see a movie, you are really looking at the idea of the book of someone else. So sometimes it doesn't go in accordance with what you were thinking about it when you were reading. So that sometimes messes up with people seem to say, "Oh, I didn't like that show because the girl wasn't."
Yeah, we've
Yeah,
all had
hot
that
enough.
moment when we've had that character in our head from the book, and then it's
Exactly.
like Tom Cruise is cast, and you're like,
Ex-
oh fuck, he's gonna fuck that up.
Exactly.
But you know what,
That
though? It's
happens
not
a lot.
always the character. Like, that part I get. Like, different people's interpretations, no problem. I understand it. It's when they actually don't go by what the book
Yeah.
does.
Yes,
Or the character. Like,
exactly.
they take all the characters.
And that
Right,
happened.
and then
And,
just
by the
change
way,
it,
that
yeah.
happened. That has happened to me in many books. But then you have other books that it's like the author was in your head when he cast that character, when he created that world, which happened a lot. Well, not a lot, but in certain movies of Harry Potter, I feel like they were able to grab that feeling. Especially there was one teacher, Professor Umbridge.
Okay.
She was cast and that woman did it perfectly.
She did.
Yeah, but I think it goes more with the woman that made the character was an amazing actress and really, really found the essence of Umbridge in her.
Oh my God, I wanted to punch her. I wanted to...
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing,
Just
Leah,
so
but you're.
I have no clue. You can do this. It's just scrolling.
I'm telling Rich to scroll so I can read things because I'm taking a. I'm magically doing things.
Yeah.
She's doing sign language for
I
all
was
our
like,
ALS sleep.
Oh my God.
It's
No,
on
I
another
wanted to
car
take a-
burning up, and I'm not seeing it. And I'm like, okay, turn the car.
No, I
want to see
wanted
the burning
to-
car.
Well, I do want to see the burning car. No, I wanted to take a look at some of the show notes, and one of the things that I realized is that the very first thing that I ever watched that was book made into TV isn't on here, and it's because it's way before your time, because you were not even like a concept yet. LA is Anne of Green Gables.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was like the first thing that I
That's-
ever
like-
knew that was like a movie that was based
And
on
of
books.
Coral Gables, what?
Anne of Green
Yeah, she's from
Gables.
Coral Gables, Drew.
Yeah, from Coral Gables.
From Ponce de Leon. She had a house in Ponce.
First explorer, Florida.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, I identify as a ginger, so she was a ginger girl growing up, and like, you know, it was awesome. I loved it.
Not on the list.
Not on the list.
Not on. Yeah, that's, you know, right before we went on air, I wanted to tell you guys if there's a book that went on movies or in a TV show that you don't see on the list, please bring it up, because there have been so many that I don't. I couldn't just.
I think I can. I mean, I looked at this list before, but I can rattle off quite a few, like Little Women, Dracula.
You know that I've never seen Little Women. I never even read it.
They're doing a remake of it, actually.
Yes, I saw that with
original Little Woman.
Emma.
Thompson? No.
No,
Yes? No.
Emma. Harry Potter.
Stone.
Emma. Hermione. The girl that played Hermione.
Oh, right. Okay.
Emma Hermione. You got it.
But anywho, so the way that I kind of structured today's show was between the different genres that we can talk, which is high fantasy, young adult, thriller, mystery, and psychological. I put it all together. Superheroes, romance, my personal favorite, and nonfiction. Which one do you guys want to tackle first?
Well, you want to hit with the big one right off the bat? Get that one out of the way?
Yeah, let's do high fantasy.
The most popular show ever.
Game of Thrones. Oh my god, that song is so... Ooh, I love that song.
It gets you excited.
Yeah, it gets you excited.
It was an amazing 6 seasons show. Yeah.
I've never read the book, but I bought
that
the
was
book.
going to be my question. Who has actually read the books?
We have.
Other than me.
We both have. Oh, yeah.
And I
Oh,
want
yeah.
to ask you this, because I bought my dad those books. My dad reads a lot of sci-fi. Between him and my aunt, they were the ones who introduced me to this world. And I gave it to him as a Christmas present, and he was super excited to read it, and he couldn't read it. He tells me, Anna, the letter was tiny, it was super long, and it was tedious. He said that he just...
I'm gonna say it
Coming
out
from a
loud and
doctor.
just put it out there. I really don't like how George Martin writes.
I really did. He was so detailed
Yeah.
with everything. And I loved that it just built this world. And it made it easier to actually watch the show from reading the
Well,
Yeah.
books.
so I didn't actually read the books and then watch it. I had watched probably about 3 seasons, and I totally understood, like, that first season. First off, it's very dark. Second off, there are so many characters that you're like, I don't even, like, who is this guy? Is that the same guy that you were talking to before?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
So I watched the first like 2 to 3 seasons and then started reading the books, and it was so helpful because by the time I've already watched a season or two, I'm starting to catch on who's who. So when I read the book, I already had that image in my head of, oh, okay, that's this character, and I was following along. But I feel like they actually went really well along the line of the books.
The
like,
books
they did it,
and the series were so close.
they absolutely were, and I think it was fantastic.
Yeah.
The issue was that last season.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
because he didn't have it written.
The moment
That book
these
doesn't
guys,
exist.
Run out of books is when the shit fest started. Yeah.
Shit fence?
Shit fest.
The hell is a
It's like the
shit
Comic
fence?
Con of shit.
You know, it'll keep them people out.
I came into
around
Game
your
of
house.
Thrones pretty late. I mean, I saw the 6 seasons in May. The last season had already started, and I watched 5 seasons in 1 week.
That's impossible to
Oh my god, that's horrible.
She didn't sleep.
Yeah.
She didn't go to work.
Yeah.
She did nothing.
And I fell in love with the show, and I wanted to talk with somebody who had read the book because I wanted to see how close it was.
So close.
Yep.
It was impressively close.
Because the two people that my aunt who reads like a maniac, she told me, Anna, I couldn't read it. And it's what you said, Leah. It was a lot of characters, and it's true. Even when you see the show, it's such a huge world that this guy built. You're talking 20 different characters who all have their own personal plot line.
Mm-hmm. And they all intertwine together.
Yeah, and they're all intertwined, and they are family by I don't know how the fuck they are, but it's such a very complex but incredible plot that
you got to give Martin some credit that he was able to weave such a huge world.
I don't.
Oh yeah, no.
I think he's like certifiably crazy.
Yeah,
because he literally created his own world. Like he doesn't have multiple personality disorder. He just like literally created his own
world with so many characters, so intertwined.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not saying he's a bad writer. Like I don't saying he doesn't have the idea and doesn't have the possibility to make that world because he made it. I don't like the way he writes. That's it.
You don't like his style?
I don't like the style. Like everything he made, that's good. The series is an amazing show. I really loved it, but the way he writes, it doesn't click with me. So,
did you try to read it in German, Spanish, or English?
In Swahilian. No, I try to read if I can, like if English or Spanish. I try to read the book in its original language because it loses something in the translation.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, I never thought that was possible until I read Gabriel Garcia Marquez in English. He's like this famous Colombian author. And I read a book of his in college in English, and I was like, oh my God, it doesn't have his essence.
Yeah.
At all. It lost it.
Well, for example, the new show that is gonna be, or it seems it's gonna be, or they're selling it like it's gonna be the new Game of Thrones, that it's The Witcher, coming on December 20th.
But before we get into The Witcher, because I know that
you're killing myself.
Because
he's been like so excited.
I know you want to go deep into this one.
God, you killed me.
The Lord of, because for some reason, and I think that's why it took me so long to see Game of Thrones, is that I compare Game of Thrones with The Lord of the Rings, and I was never a fan, and I remember
never a fan of Lord of the Rings.
I saw the first.
Movies?
So here's my story of Lord of the Rings. I went to see the first movie with Drew.
Yeah, an amazing movie.
Drew fell in love. Drew fell in love with the first movie. I was like, not a fan. Not a fan. We left the theater. It was like overnight. Drew got all the books and he read them from beginning to finish. And Drew has the special edition of the 3 movies. I remember that clearly.
I have that.
And I never got into it. I just kept like, what figures. The hell? I'm not a fan, and people always looked at me weird because
and they should.
Harry Potter.
Shame on you.
Yes.
Harry Potter is like a kid's version of The Lord of the Rings.
It's not a kid's version. It's a different show that occurs in like it borrows something from the Lord of the Rings.
But I have to. But what I wanted to say is that just like George R.R. Martin created this huge world in Westeros, I feel like J.R.R. Tolkien created this.
What's up with the RRs?
No,
the weird fantasy.
No, we have to put something on the table and then move on from it. That it's J.R.R. Tolkien and the Lord of the Rings is the beginning of every high fantasy in the world.
Exactly. I feel like
I am now Rich R.R. the hot broccoli.
Yeah. Like he made everything else possible. Everything that came up after him, it's touched, and I'm not gonna say tainted because it's not the word, but it's touched by Tolkien.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying it Game of Thrones. It took me so long because I was like trying to compare it. And it's like I've seen all these little things of Lord of the Rings, and I was never able to get into it. I remember when Drew and I first went to Spain, we went to this, I don't know why, we went to this like bookstore, And Drew opened this book, which was just the maps of the world of J.R.R. Tolkien.
Oh.
Just
that
the
would be
maps.
awesome.
I
And
kind of died when I saw that.
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh my! To me, even though I'm not a fan, to me that's freaking amazing that
Geek
this
Fest
guy created.
2006.
This
And
guy
he made up
created
languages.
Yeah.
created languages and created a whole world to the point that somebody took the chance to create the maps and made it into a book.
No, he made the
Like-
maps, Anna.
Oh God, yes, whatever.
Well, coming back before Anna sniped me out of my tower, The Witcher. I read the books and I read it in Spanish because the author is Polish and I don't know Polish. So
So it
The one language that
Yeah.
Drew doesn't know how to read.
it lost the polish
I
soul.
love how it's Polish.
Andrzej
Yes, Polish.
Sapkowski
It's Polish.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
Polish.
Anders Sapkowski was Swahilian, I would have read those books. But
Yeah.
well, when I read it in Spanish, I read the first. They're not that big. The books. There's like 300 pages each, and it's like 7 books. And I was like, okay, that's really good. And there's an 8th book that is like a prequel of the series. And
Like The Hobbit.
When I read it, the translator was a different one from the other books, and it jumped out on my face. Like I was reading, I was like, "What the fuck I'm reading?" Like I didn't love the translation. It really threw me away. That's what I was gonna say about not reading a book in its original language. So.
Sure, absolutely. It loses something.
Yeah.
It
absolutely loses
completely
something.
does. And even Shakespeare, I just saw it when you see like the books where it has like the old English, and then you see the English for dummies, which is what I read, which is what I read.
Everything
You're
is
like,
with a
that's
T.
totally not what they said.
In Asian English, everything is with a T. Twas, twas. Twas this,
Did you
twas.
say twat?
Yeah.
No, twas.
Oh God.
It's that kind of show now?
No, T-W-A-S, twas.
So
Twas
our
this.
next
Was.
next book, let's
It's
bring
twas
it back,
this.
guys. Bring it back. Our next book is Dune by Frank Herbert.
Well,
Yeah.
it was a huge
How you say
sci-fi.
some Dune? Anna, what the? Ah!
You know this, I don't know, this Dune thing?
Yeah, this
don't
Dune
know.
thing. Did you know about it? Like Frank, who's that guy?
I Zombie.
Huge.
Oh man,
What?
you just said I zombie.
No.
Drew, take a drink of your beer.
God damn it.
Thank you, Drew.
I'm a good player. Yeah.
You are a good player.
Dune was a phenomenon in the sci-fi book.
Yeah.
It was an incredible book. The movie is still... I still just watched it not too long ago, a couple months ago, and it is still such a good movie. And there's always that fairy tale that there's this 4-hour cut of the movie. Have you heard that one?
Yeah.
Does not exist.
Yeah. Oh.
Does not exist, yeah. Sorry if you still
You just
believed in that. I know.
crushed Drew.
Trust
Yeah,
me, I've
Drew
done
just
so
cried.
many years of research
It's-
trying to find that 4-hour version. It's a fable.
It's interesting
just-
because Dune is like I'm not gonna say the Lord of the Rings of sci-fi, but it's kind of there.
It's
Like,
kind of the godfather
Yeah.
of big sci-fi movies.
it's like dense sci-fi. Like it has a story. Like it has lore. It's not just lightsabers and powers. I love Star Wars, but
Lightsabers,
it's not
they're
like
delicious.
only that. There's a huge baggage of information, and everything has a meaning.
There's a lot
in
of
that world.
cultures also involved.
Yeah, there's
which
a
I liked
culture.
about Dune.
And there's worlds and everything. It's an amazing book.
And
Yeah. The movie's
you
amazing
wanna,
too.
the next big one, and this is more the ladies, was True Blood.
What? I
Wait,
read all
wait.
those books.
You read all the
Wait a
books.
second. Wait a
totally
second.
did.
You just
Huh?
jump his dark
Well,
material.
I'm just kind of getting the conversation going.
Okay.
We
So
don't have to
wait
go
a
down
second
the list. We have 100 books on this
before we
list.
hit
This
True
is a
Blood,
train,
which-
Anna. This is a train.
before we
Yeah.
go to True Blood, because I know Leah read them and I didn't read them, but I love the show. His dark materials. Can I just say that when the movie came out back in 2008,
The Golden Compass. Yeah.
The Golden Compass, I remember that a lot of people said that movie was shut down, like the sequels weren't done because the Vatican was pissed at them.
Huh.
There was a whole Vatican problem regarding that movie.
The Pope shut them down.
Yeah.
Darn. But by the way, have you guys read those books? Because I haven't.
Nope.
And
Nope.
At all.
No.
the movie
Hence why we jumped.
Yep.
Yeah.
next.
It didn't happen like casually, Anna. Yeah, just before we lose the focus of see, I say focus good.
Yes.
Like in your
Well,
face.
you said focus well.
Hey, and I just want to make a small touch in Outlander. Have you, Lily? Have you read the series? Have you read the books?
No. Otherwise, I would have been like, no, we're talking about this. I haven't.
Okay, so I haven't read them. I can only talk from the show.
Which is a big world.
And it's amazing. If you guys have never seen Outlander, like, please sit down. Netflix has the first 2 seasons. I strongly recommend it. Imagine Game of Thrones with time travel.
Ooh. I think
I
Rich is
would
disagreeing
not-
with
yeah, I
you.
would totally disagree with
That's
you on that.
a friend of
Game
mine.
of Thrones comparison.
So a friend of mine described it that way, and yes, I will change it. It's a little bit more historic, but
yeah. I
if
would
you
go with-
only want to see it because the guy is good looking, just go and see it.
Oh,
because the guy
okay.
is
I'll
good
go watch
looking.
it now.
And you see him just like God brought him to this world.
as a baby. You see him.
So you see like all of him?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I'm watching it.
he has a gorgeous ass, by the way.
Sweet.
Just saying, I'm a huge fan. It's romantic. You have war. You have time travel.
There's
This
really
isn't
good
your
history.
minute.
Yeah.
This isn't your minute, my friend. Can we get back to True Blood now?
And now, True Blood.
Yay!
The ladies' books.
Go for it, Leah. Take it
Well,
over.
Yeah, seriously. No, I actually read. I think I read every single book of these, and it was probably the second. Again, I like watched the first couple of seasons and then found out they were books.
How did they match up?
They actually matched up really well again
Really?
until the end. Until all the like fairy shit was going on and it got all kind of weird, and that's when it kind of split from the books compared to the show. But there were other pieces too, but it was about love. They're just,
so-
That second
I
season had that
felt-
vegetable villain.
the vegetable villain.
The lady vegetable witch that turned everybody into like...
I don't think that.
yeah.
I don't,
that,
yeah, I don't think.
Like
I
they
don't
kicked off
remember
a
that one.
second
Which one
season
was
with
that one?
such... 2. Like second season, they're like, okay, this
Now
is an
cucumber you.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, honestly, it was. So,
That was pretty much it.
Yeah.
I have to say something though. Because True Blood came up when the whole Twilight obsession started going on. And True Blood was like on point. First it was
Well,
HBO,
yeah.
so you knew it was going to be
It was
grown-ups.
grittier. That's
And
why
boobies.
It was more. Yeah.
There's
And-
so many boobies.
Yeah, there's
A lot of boobies, a lot of...
A lot
I
of
call it
sex,
true
a lot of
boobs
gore.
when I saw it. See it. Like, are we gonna watch True Boobs today?
Hey,
But
Well, yes.
It's
we
really
are.
fun
That's when
because
I-
you have the romance, you have everything, and if there's a guy looking at it, you're like, oh, I hate it, and then oh, boobs, nice.
No, it had enough
it's
grittiness.
it's
Yeah.
so
You have
gory.
the bayou.
And just like, and the funny thing is that just like Game of Thrones, the song
A lot
is
of
so
boobs.
Oh,
Oh,
scary.
I
Yes.
love that song.
Yeah.
I freaking love that song. That song to me is like, oh god, I'm getting into the. I
Yeah.
don't know, like I'm getting
Your
ready.
mojo's going. Yep.
Yeah.
It's foreplay. It's foreplay for true boobs.
And it was
And
like,
funny,
Although I
as the way that you say the last season. By the way, the last season was not run by Alan Ball, who was the original showrunner of True Blood. So all the seasons were created by him, and then the last one he retired. And by the way, this is the same producer for 6 Feet Under. So we're talking about a really cool guy.
Mm-hmm.
And on the last one, he just said, I'm tired. I've been doing this. I did 6 Feet Under and True Blood back to back. I need to retired, and then somebody else takes it over,
And it's totally
just
different. I do have to say that, excuse me, since
zombie vampires.
Zombie vampires. But since I'd actually watched a few seasons before I started reading it, I couldn't help it. But every time I read her name, I was like, Suki.
Yes.
And I mean, her name is throughout the freaking books, and every time, Suki.
Soki. And also it introduced us to Alexander Skarsgård, who I freaking love.
On the next week of True Blood, romance, hate, fight, and for the guys, the left boob of.
Yeah. I feel like Alex.
They're like, the other one. I haven't seen that one. Ooh.
Yeah.
The way
That's in season two.
that he, for a British guy to have such a fun Southern accent, and
So he
happens
was
a lot,
but he was the
though.
first actor
Yeah.
that I was like all into him, and then when I saw him on like a promo or something, I didn't like him as much because I was like, no, I like you with your Southern accent. Same thing with the guy that played her brother, Jason. He
Yeah,
has an accent
he's
too.
Australian.
Yeah,
He's
and I was like,
awesome.
no, I want her to be stupid and Southern.
Rick from
Yeah.
The Walking Dead,
Yep.
English.
Yep.
I think even Maggie from Walking Dead is English.
And Charlie Humana.
Yeah, he's
Oh, I love him.
Sons
Yeah,
of
he's-
Anarchy. That happens
Yeah.
a lot, and they always have that to use him for a Southern accent.
But yeah, no, I love True Blood and the whole. I mean, what's his name? Lafayette. I thought that character was
I love that character so
well
much.
done.
So awesome.
I
Yeah.
think there's something in the books like Lafayette dies in the first book, right? But in the
I think
series,
there was-
because he was such an
We
amazing
liked him so much.
character,
Yeah.
they left him left. Yeah.
But next, The Magicians. I've only seen the TV show. Have you guys read the book?
None of it.
No, I almost feel like we need to go through this list, and if any of us have actually read the book,
Yeah.
we can talk
Or
about it.
seen the show. Yeah, the book
Okay.
part.
So next, The Magicians. Watch it on Netflix. It's really good. It's about a
Or
bunch
read the
of
book if you're smart.
Or-
Magic people.
magic people.
Well, I'll jump to the
American
next
Gods.
one.
Have you guys? It's
No.
a Neil Gaiman book.
I wanted to watch it,
Who's
but I
Neil
didn't get
Gaiman?
to it.
Did,
So it's like one of those that
Good Omens.
is in my to-do list.
He wrote Good Omens, the book.
Oh, okay.
Actually, yeah, same here. It's on Stars, and I have it like I want to see it, and also because there's Odin is there, and my cat, is Odin, so I wanted to see it, but no,
It's
I
not the
haven't
same
been able to
person,
see
Anna.
it. Oh god.
It's not like your cat is in the series. It's different.
So I have read the first, like, I don't know, 5 pages of The Handmaid's Tale.
I think I've read The Handmaid's Tale way back when.
Did you really?
Yeah, I think we had to in school.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
was that to teach you all to be a bunch of male, like, assholes
Yeah.
and chauvinist pigs and stuff?
Yeah.
And here's how you treat your women, which
Is
is why
this-
I'm sitting behind you right now?
Racist broccoli coming back up again?
Yo,
This
yes!
hasn't come up yet in this episode. Just waiting for you.
Why you gotta
Racist
ruin my thunder?
broccoli back again.
So I honestly don't know how
I'm
the book and
against
the show
racism.
is together.
Well, the first 5 pages goes right along with it.
Okay.
The first 5 pages were done perfectly.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
That's me with the Da Vinci Code, by the way.
I read that. I liked that book. I really
Yeah.
did. I read all of those when it was like hip and cool or
Yeah.
Me too.
Whatever.
I was like,
Dan
oh my
Brown
god, it's
was-
amazing. And the second one, oh my god, it's amazing. And the third
When
one,
the movies come
oh
out
my
and
god,
you're
it's
like,
the same
"Ugh."
as the other books.
Yep.
Okay, so Rich, talk to us about The Handmaid's Tale.
I don't remember the book because it was so long ago.
I don't think he really read it.
Maybe I didn't read it.
Yeah.
But
I know
how's
the
the
show's
TV
really
show?
good. The show's really
The show's freaking amazing, but it's like awfully frightening given the current political state in the United States.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
I have a
honestly.
friend who's seen it, and he told me like it's an anguish hour.
It's a what?
Like, an anguish. It's like every minute of the show, you're stressed.
good. Oh yes,
Yes.
you are.
You're
You are.
angry at everything. It's not a sit down and okay.
There's
I
another
like this
reason
show.
why I haven't seen
No.
I'm
it.
gonna see it. Like there's another one called The Leftovers that I really want to see it, but every time I
Oh,
start
the
it, I'm like,
leftovers!
oh, this like
Yeah,
it's draining the heart out of me, man.
That's
Very tense.
Shameless
Yeah.
with me. That I had to stop
Shameless
watching
is
Shameless.
funny. I don't get it. Shameless is so funny. That
You
doesn't
haven't.
make sense
You
to me.
stopped like in season 4.
Five.
So shut up. Shut up.
Five.
You
I
should-
actually went longer than you.
LA, you really probably shouldn't be watching The Handmaid's Tale if that's what you think is like an anxiety provoking
Yeah, please.
TV show. You, no joke, would have an aneurysm.
Okay.
Did you saw Friends? That show give me the chills. Oh my god, what's happening?
You know what? You
I'm
know,
gonna punch you.
wanna
I
know
am
the
gonna
scariest
fly
show
to
I've ever watched?
Argentina and I'm gonna punch you.
I was about to die when Ross left Rachel. I was like, oh my god, and then they were on a break. And
Had to watch it with the lights on.
The lights on. I said, oh my god.
I had my cell phone ready at 9-1 and almost dialed the 1 when I watched SpongeBob.
Yeah. No.
I
scary
dislike you guys. You guys are so mean. I mean, oh my god. So our next segment, our next part
Oh,
is the young adult.
Say the C word. Say the C word.
What?
Oh, our next category.
Our next category.
Our next category.
Category. Did I say it wrong again? Category.
Yeah.
Category.
Did we already pass sci-fi?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh yeah.
Wait, no.
Oh, wait a second. We didn't talk about The Witcher.
Oh yeah. You smacked the shit out of me. I wasn't gonna
Through
talk about
it
it
because it was
and you
so
killed me.
fascinating.
Go for it, Drew. Take it over.
I was going to give you some snippets and knowledge about it, so you know what to expect of the series.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it because of Henry Cavill.
No, it's an amazing series, Anna. Come on, please.
I'm
Don't
gonna
be
watch
that
it because
girl.
Drew won't shut the fuck up about it.
Okay, so Drew, take it over. Talk to us about The Witcher.
I don't want.
Yeah, we already covered that.
Yeah.
What's another book on this list that you guys have watched or read?
I wanted to go back to sci-fi because there's The Expanse. It's an amazing series, probably the best series about space and sci-fi.
Didn't know that was a
out there.
book.
Yeah.
I didn't know those were books. I love that series.
It's an amazing show. It's probably
love
one
it.
of the best sci-fi shows out there right now.
Yeah,
like-
Sci-Fi Network and
Amazon, I think, got it, or Hulu. I don't know which one.
picked it back up, or
Yeah, because it got like sidetracked, and they were like, "This is an amazing show. I want it," and it's an amazing show. It has like probably the most real space travel in the series, and it's probably it's the best sci-fi show out there right now. So
yeah, I liked it. Yeah,
Check it
Yeah.
out. There was one other one that I thought of. I don't know if it would go under sci-fi, but Under the Dome.
yeah, that's sci-fi.
that's Sci-Fi.
Yeah, because
but
all I want to do is know what the dome is.
Not gonna.
Like, that's it.
Not
Yeah.
gonna. And the girl with the dragon tattoo series.
Oh, I read those books. That was good.
I read
I don't even
those
think-
also.
Yeah. I think I might have just seen the girl with the dragon tattoo, and that was it because
Oh,
I really
there
liked
was-
the books.
Oh, I saw the Swedish miniseries, an amazing show.
I haven't seen the movies nor
Oh,
read the book.
why is Lily laughing?
I just got a text from LA saying that I sound far on the mic, but she says I sound fat.
Damn autocorrect.
Yeah, you sound fat. I can hear you're fat over the mic.
You're making me uncomfortable with your fatness on the
You're
mic.
fat. You sound fucking fat. And we lost Lily. Oh, no.
So Drew, please talk to us about The Witcher.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm hurt.
Please talk to us about The Witcher. You have
No,
like
it's not
notes
gonna
and you said you were gonna go crazy on The Witcher.
Yeah, but then you snipe the shit out of me, and I don't want to do it, man.
But,
an
but
amazing
read.
we want to listen. Our fans, aka my mom, Rich's
Yeah, and
mom,
my mom. My mom for half an episode every week.
Yeah,
wants to
myself.
listen.
Yeah.
myself when I'm editing
I'm
this.
gonna hear the shit out of me. Yeah.
We'd like to thank our fan.
They want to listen to you, Drew. So please tell us about The Witcher.
The Witcher. It's a show that if you see it from the eyes of Game of Thrones, it has something similar. The thing that it goes sidetracked or it goes away from the Game of Thrones is the humor in it. It's a really dark, humored show. And also, it's not about a huge group of people. There's a lot of people in the show. There's fights and there's wars and everything. But it's more about three persons that are the protagonists. That is Jennifer von Wengerberg, Ciri, and The Witcher.
Say that again, because that was so funny to hear.
Please, I need you to say that name again.
Her name
John
is Jennifer.
Banger, Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Her name is Jennifer, but her whole name is Jennifer von Wengerberg.
His name was my name too.
Well,
Okay.
the reality of the show, it's how the life of the three of them are entangled and how it comes up around all the world. It's a really amazing show, and I hope everything that is on the book, on the spirit of the book, it's in the series because it's an amazing show, and it helped me through a really tough spot in my life, and I really wanted to see become a series in the best way possible.
And I wanna.
This
ask
episode
you,
of Seriology, Drew opens up to us.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Drew. Please tell us what happened.
No.
Sci-fi saved my life.
But I
Sci-fi
actually
saved
wanna,
my life.
I actually want to ask you this because taking advantage that as this show is being recorded, The Witcher has not come out as of yet. So how are your expectations being such a big fan of the book? Are you expecting a lot because you know that it has Henry Cavill? And how do you think that plays? Because sometimes when you have very high expectations, you're let down, and that's something that I want, similar to what I said at the beginning, that I try to separate book from movie, because if I have that expectation of grandeur, when I see it, I get let down. So I try to separate both and enjoy what I'm watching, not criticize it.
I think part of I want to get a little bit philosophical on this. I think part of growing up is stop being a fanboy about everything. Like,
Yeah.
not everyone is gonna have your point of view on everything. Not everyone is going to see something like you are gonna see it or perceive it. So my expectations are good. Like, I really hope this show gets everything that is from the book. I know that some things are not gonna be like the book or the games. Like, I hope it's gonna be an amazing show. It has the material to be it. So if this goes bad, it's because the person that are doing it didn't get the essence of the Witcher.
So I think that for the next Comic-Con, that Drew is going to have a booth to just provide therapy for all the dorks at Comic-Con.
You're not a fanboy.
Yeah, you're not a fanboy.
Yeah.
That's going to be the header.
Growing up, not a fanboy.
You know, the reason why I wanted to see your point of view on this is because what I previously said about me having very high expectations of something and then going to the movies and being let down, that happened to me with two young adult series, which the first one is The Mortal Instruments
And 50 Shades of Grey.
No, by Cassandra Clare, and Percy Jackson and the Olympians by Rick Riordan.
Percy Jackson, yeah.
See, I thought that the movie, I didn't read the books, but that first movie was really entertaining.
Okay, so on Percy Jackson, the books are incredible. You have so much mythology on those books, and like from the get-go, it's fighting, it's entertaining. You love, like, Rick Riordan. I think it's an incredible guy because he's teaching you the amount of mythology that he teaches you while you're reading those books is not even normal. And then the production company gets this incredible material in their hands, and they make a movie that, yes, it's good, it's not bad, but it could have been so much better.
Did it have that Harry Potter thing where the book had so much material that they had to just cut it down to
No,
the
it was
important stuff?
just that they changed so many things from the book that made it less, which is the same with the Mortal Instruments. The Mortal Instruments is a series of shows that even grown-ups, like my dad, my aunt, they got into that series being young adult. If you guys haven't read it, I recommend it. I can send you the ebook. The Mortal Instruments is a fantastic show. Constantine Movies grabs it. They make the first movie, and Lily Collins, who I really like her, I think she's a great actress. She plays the main role as Clary. And I'm like, oh my god, Lily Collins is gonna play Clary. This is gonna be fantastic. I had to separate book from movie because one didn't have anything to do with the other. It was so different. Like, even the ending that movie had changed everything from the book.
And LA does not do well with change.
Yeah.
No, at all.
No,
At all.
and that's where I had to, as Drew said, like, grow up, mature, and be okay. I need to separate book from movie because I'm not gonna enjoy this, and it's actually pretty cool. Once you like block that and you start watching it, oh, this is fun. Oh, this is nice. I like it.
Okay, so on the flip side, the Hannibal Lecter movies. Seriously, those movies were incredible.
Okay.
The books, one of the worst written
What?
books
Oh my
and
god,
series.
why do we disagree every single time I'm on this podcast?
I didn't even think he knew how to write.
I didn't think you knew how to read.
I didn't, apparently. Same with Fight Club. Fight Club is my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah.
One of the
Like how
worst-
Brad Pitt looked.
I never
One
read the
of
book.
the worst books I've ever read, and I am a huge fan of Chuck Palahniuk, the author, and that was his worst book.
Oh wow,
My favorite movie of all time.
that's
I
how
thought you were going to say you're a big fan of Brad Pitt.
I was.
No, well, that too.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's got good abs.
It's funny because you see every man that goes to a gym, they're like, how do you want to look? I want to look like Brad Pitt and Fight Club.
Yeah.
I want to look like Henry Cavill in everything.
And well, Gossip Girl,
I never read it, but of course I actually did watch that. I didn't watch it like all the way through. I started watching kind of towards the end, being creepy as an adult.
I read the first couple of books, but then I stopped, and the show is better. There's something
Yeah.
about watching those, other than the show was filled with models.
Yes.
So it's
Yeah, like let's talk about giving every teenage girl really poor body image. Let's throw all these like beautiful, like rich people in New York in front of them and make sure that they know the life that they can't have.
I mean, you have Blake Lively, Leighton Mister, the guy that played Nate, who is freaking gorgeous. No. Everybody in that show was a freaking model.
Yep. Even the quote unquote ugly ones. Were
Yeah,
beautiful.
Penn
Yeah.
Badgley. Penn Badgley was the ugly one, and he was cute.
Yep.
But I mean, I think that we cover well, Pretty Little Lies. Well, actually, does Harry Potter count as a young adult book?
Yes.
Of course.
It was one of those ones that caught on to adults like Twilight
Yeah.
Exactly.
and Hunger Games.
Hunger Games. Whoa.
Same category.
Love those books.
Yeah. me
Hated
too.
that movies.
Yeah.
How-
I did.
I don't think
that
they
was
did the-
one where I took the
Yeah,
movie for what it
what's
was.
wrong? I don't think they did.
Yeah.
I don't think they did it justice though.
But
The books.
first
the
one
books
did.
are freaking amazing. They're super greedy and dark, and everything
haven't
goes
read
to
that.
the shit. It's amazing.
I haven't read
Bill
the
Murray?
books nor
No, the
seen
other
the
one.
movies.
And
Oh,
it's,
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
it's amazing that at the end of the books,
He
you're
was
like,
miscast.
is the world better? Like, okay, they did everything that they destroyed the Pangea and everything and the games, but is the world better? Like, okay, no.
True, the world is better because you're in it, my friend.
Oh my god, thank you.
You're welcome.
And you know, I find it funny because I never read The Hunger Games nor seen the movie. That is like on my to-do list. However, when The Hunger Game was on its hype, Divergent also kick in because it's also
Yeah.
like a
Oh my god, I
dystopian
threw a bottle
world.
in my mouth.
And the books are really good. The
The
movie
movies
sucks.
were really good.
I saw the
I
first
never read the
movie and I
books.
was like, I can.
Oh, look, you guys are disagreeing now.
Yeah.
That makes me very
Oh,
happy.
you
I'm not
like-
the only
you like
one
the movie?
disagreeing with
I didn't read the
Broadway.
books, and I'm sure the books were better, but
Well,
I thought the movies
The
were really
thing is,
entertaining. A
I
good
got
concept.
pissed off with the author on the third book when she kills the character. I'm like, why? Why? There was no reason for you to kill her. So I didn't see
Other
movie
than
to
she's
her
the
face.
author and she can do whatever the hell she wants.
I know, but there was
It's
no
her book.
reason.
You're
It's
just
the
living.
thing-
You are living in her dream world. So just deal with it, or his dream world.
And
Whatever.
then one that is both terrible movie series and terrible books, The Maze Runner.
Yeah.
You know,
it's horrible.
I didn't.
But yeah,
Oh my
But yet
god.
you watched and
it's-
read them.
and read them all. Yeah,
It's unbearable. I tried to
Yeah.
rush to read those books, and it was unbearable.
yeah.
It
Read them
was
all. Watched all the
extremely
movies.
difficult to read those books. Like
Yeah.
nothing was good about those books.
Nothing made sense.
Yeah, like
But
it
you read
started
all
and you
of
were
them.
like,
I did.
"Oh my god,
Yeah.
this is starting. I don't want to do it."
Now, you know, I haven't read the book, but a lot of people said that it's incredible is Big Little Lies by Leon Moriarty. The way that Reese Witherspoon, Nicole Kidman, and all of those women brought it into that world was fantastic. And I fell in love with that show. That show is freaking amazing.
It's
I
like
still haven't gotten through season 2, but I didn't read the book, or the books.
it's like
Oh my God.
Batman
I can't compare it.
with time travel. What the fuck? For real? Yeah, see it for yourself. Batman with time travel.
And it's got Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah.
Dude, Meryl Streep killed it. That woman is gonna win everything next year because of how great her role was on that second season.
Oh, I'm excited. To
For
finish it,
real,
though.
Eden? Oh my
So
God.
there is one thing on here that I did read and watched and liked both of them, which was Sharp Objects.
How is it? I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen it?
Not yet.
Nobody's seen it? Ah, it's so good.
It just recently came out on HBO
Sharp
a couple months ago,
Objects.
right?
It was like
Yeah,
a year
last
ago.
year
No.
with Amy
Oh yeah,
Adams.
it was a while ago.
It
Yeah,
was
it's
last year with Amy
Okay.
Adams.
Last year, then.
so. I mean, it's really good. It's definitely like psychological thriller because there are these girls that are getting killed
Running with
in this
sharp
small town,
objects.
and
Is there time travel?
Yeah.
well, it's kind of like
Batman with time
Is it
travel.
like Doctor Who time travel?
it's
Or
like
Quantum Leap time travel? Or Back to the Future? Does that have a DeLorean?
anyways.
Doctor Who with a bad cape. What the?
Yes. Oh, Sharp Objects.
Review.
Okay,
A
let
bunch
Leah
of women
finish,
running
Batman.
with scissors.
No, that's it. I'm
Chop,
done.
chop,
I'm
chop.
done. I'm done. It was good. We'll just say it was good.
All right.
It actually went along with the book, and I was very excited because I read the book and knew how it was going to end, and it actually did the ending the right way.
Did the book have time travel?
It did.
Nice. A+ for seriology.
So, have you guys read The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes?
No.
No.
Seems like I
wasn't-
should have.
I wasn't required to read that when I was
Yeah.
in school.
And I'm actually surprised Dexter came from a book.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know that it came from a book. Now I'm
Me
going to have to go and
neither.
read.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, wait, that is interesting.
Yeah, and the best season of Dexter is not from the books. That's something cool to know.
And
Yeah.
speaking of like more comic book, did anybody watch any of the Watchmen yet?
No, I haven't. That's on my to-do list also.
Mm-hmm.
That is on my to-do list.
Yeah, but
First episode is incredible.
the thing with the Watchmen for me is that I have to sit down and watch it like
Really watch it?
watch it.
Yeah.
Like, not do other things, like
Yeah.
playing
Exactly.
games on your phone
exactly.
or whatever.
It's something that you need to sit down and just. Riverdale is a comic, and it was turned into a TV show. And did you guys grow up? And this is going with Leah and Rich. Did you guys read the comics growing up?
Hell yes! I used to try to collect the Archie comics.
Really?
Yes, I did.
And
I
what do you-
actually, I never saw Riverdale.
You've never
So-
seen it?
The show's actually really good. It's
Is
clever.
it?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's very
I
clever.
like
Would
it.
it remind
I
me
like
of the
it.
Archie comics?
Yes, I think
Are
so.
there people named Betty and Veronica?
All of them are from the Archie, but they're
Yeah,
updated
all the characters.
on how. Yeah, it's
See,
not.
that was one of the cool things when I was a kid. I wanted to like actually have some of the 1950s dresses that they had and like have them made for real.
There's an episode where Betty is dreaming, and on the dream they are all wearing
I love it.
like the clothes. Even Jughead has his little crown because
Oh
on
my
the
gosh,
show
that's amazing. Yep.
on the
that's
show he
amazing.
doesn't have a crown, he has a hoodie.
Yeah,
close enough.
It was a clever way. They did a clever.
They did a good job of
Yeah,
it.
things.
Yeah.
For the
Don't mess
characters.
with my Archie comics. That's my childhood right there.
How come you haven't seen it?
I don't.
You probably didn't even know that was existed.
I didn't really.
Yeah.
Maybe because I'm a grown ass woman.
Yeah, probably that.
Yep.
The only reason why I watched is because Ellie told me to watch it.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go.
Responsibilities.
By the way,
the
Drew
woman.
hates it. That's why he's like singing right now.
No, I don't hate it. I haven't seen it.
Now, for Leah, it was Anne of Green Gables. Mine was Pride and Prejudice. It was my first book in English. When I made a transition of I stopped reading in Spanish and start reading in English because I was moving to the States. My first book was Pride and Prejudice, and I just fell in love with that book. It just had everything that I wanted in life. And then I saw the Keira Knightley version of the movie, and I know that movie by memory.
Yeah.
And that's not even the good version of it.
And then I saw the Colin Firth version of it, which is with the only cute guy in that movie is him. The rest is ugly people.
It does take place in 17th century
It's
England.
a bunch of ugly British people.
That's
sorry.
what happened in 17th century
Yeah.
Britain.
I
Ugly people.
if I want to see a movie, I want to see cute people.
Yeah.
But
That's
was-
why there's the
'Cause that's
Keira
real
Knightley
life.
one.
And that's real
real
life.
life. Yeah.
Oh God. But yeah, so I was introduced to the BBC. I was introduced to the BBC through Pride and Prejudice, and again, the BBC does an incredible, top-notch job bringing the books to movie. They did it with Emma. On an Emma, they put a lot of pretty people. Bam.
They learned, I guess, from the ratings.
And the reason why I learned that is, and I'm gonna sound like a worse than I already sound already, but the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. That movie came out. I don't know
Oh
how
my
many years
God.
ago. Okay, so that movie came
That
out.
had Britney Spears in it. You know that, right?
No.
The movie?
Did it really?
Yes.
No, it didn't. No, it did not. No, it did not. By the
Or
way,
is that
the-
Crossroads?
no, Crossroads is Britney.
Okay.
The
How do you
Sisterhood.
know the movie
Oh,
Crossroads?
I'm a Brit fan.
You're Britney, bitch.
Yeah, I'm a Britney
Was
fan.
that pre-shaven head, post-shaven head?
It was her try to break into movies.
Yeah.
Something
I think
pre-
pre, yeah.
shaven-
Back to the Sisterhood. It was Blake Lively, Alexis Bledel, Amber Tamblyn, and America Ferrera. A really cool cast. So on the first movie, there's a little girl with leukemia.
There's more than one.
It's
Yeah.
4 books.
It happened more than one time.
So
How
on
do
the
you
first
die
book,
more than once?
I don't know. So
so
many pairs of
listen,
pants.
coño.
Except you don't wear pants when you're doing your podcast.
No, doesn't mean they're not traveling.
Long story short, they lost the pants. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And they
Okay,
have
but
to
let
go
me-
back in time. So if you
Yeah.
see the Sisters of the Traveling Pants, it's like Hot Tub Time Machine, but with a pant.
But boring.
Yeah, and boring.
Okay, but coño, let me finish. So on the first book, there's a little girl that dies of leukemia, and
Okay.
I saw the movie, and yeah, I cried on that part, but I was like, oh, whatever. I was on a plane from Atlanta to Venezuela, and I decided to read the book. It was so much worse than the freaking book, The Girl Dying of Leukemia. I was sobbing.
So it's like Steel Magnolias, but in the time travel thing from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yep.
with a pant.
Yeah. In pants.
In pants.
Okay,
It had Rufus.
Okay, so the whole thing about the pants is that these 4 friends who will have very different shapes of bodies
Get in each
all-
other's pants.
Yeah,
all,
scissoring.
no, they,
Yeah. A lot
oh
of
God,
Oh,
They all-
scissors.
oh, that's
Traveling
shocking.
scissors.
Yeah.
they all fit. They all try this pair of pants, and magically it fits them perfectly.
That sounds like chlamydia, but let's move on.
It is magic.
Yeah.
It's not a flower.
Yeah.
But
Sister
with-
of the traveling
because-
chlamydia.
Oh, let me get a cup of that.
But
Yeah.
because of that, because
love
of that
story.
book, while dying of leukemia, I then saw The Notebook for the first time. and
Nothing
cried
like
a-
my friend scraps.
like a
Loved that.
bitch.
I loved that.
I cried like a bitch watching The Notebook. So I was like, "There's no way in hell I'm reading that book," because if I cry watching the movie, I don't even
Oh, I
want to
cried.
know.
I cried reading the book. And
You
that was
see
like
my
Well,
point.
that was before like Thomas Sparks was like the big
Yeah.
everyone was reading him and it was all the love stories, and I read that book and I was like, I love this book, it's so good. And then it turned into like everybody's reading those stupid books.
And then
So,
he did,
I stopped.
and at the same time, and I think it was even before The Notebook came out, Nicholas Spark had A Walk to Remember with Mandy Moore.
I
Again,
didn't watch it.
another girl with leukemia.
That's all people died of at that time.
I'm
It's the
like-
only disease out there.
I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm reading this shit because this movie is sad as hell.
Yeah,
The book is gonna be
that's the
10
stuff.
times worse.
And I don't want to say that it's not horrible, because it is. Those diseases are horrible for everyone. But if you come up with those kind of movies every time, it loses its essence.
Impact.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it's like, oh my
My
god.
Sister's Keepers. Did you guys ever saw that movie?
That
it was
movie-
a book, by the way.
That movie, exactly, that movie,
Oh, God.
it didn't cause anything on me, because I have seen so much movies about the same stuff at the same time, that when this one came up, that is really good. I'm not gonna say it's a bad movie, it's a good movie, but it didn't
started
have
crying.
the impact on me. Like,
I cried from the beginning to the end. I was like, why did I pay to suffer?
you know which movie
Because sometimes you need a good cry. And Drew's gonna know that when he's at Comic-Con.
But here's the thing: if I want to cry, I just need to turn the
Okay,
news in
are you
Venezuela. Then I'm gonna
That's
cry
true.
super easy. I don't
That's
need
true.
to pay to go and see something.
Can we lift the mood up of the show a little bit?
No more little
No more
girls
these
dying from
tears?
Can we
leukemia.
go back to the scissoring with Orange is the New
Yeah, yeah. Let's get back to. Speaking of lesbians,
I didn't read the book. I watched
any-
every single show,
Yeah.
though. It was so good. I wanted to be in prison.
it inspired
What?
me to be in prison.
Well,
Orange
'cause
and Black.
you are a lesbian deep down inside.
Yeah.
Aren't we on the convincing minute? Because I want to be convinced about some stuff.
Okay.
And I'm excited because Drew and I now get to vote on who we think won.
Yeah.
So
Wait a
excited.
second.
Yay!
Wait a second.
Like-
Wait a second.
What?
The convincing minute you're gonna do Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, because I just found out you did not watch Lord of the Rings. So now that's my
I
convincing
saw the
minute.
first movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's a
I
TV
do
show.
not care.
Rich one.
Yep. Thank you. I don't even
And
need
you
30 seconds. I need like 4.
Yeah.
Wait a second. That is not a TV show. You
It
cannot.
doesn't matter.
You
Doesn't
cannot.
matter.
By the way, and I have
There's
You
no
just-
rules to the convincing minute.
Yeah,
about
you
what
just
you're
hurt
talking
my
about.
heart by not watching Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings
So,
is
Oh
life,
my god.
Anna.
First Jersey Girl and now Lord of the Rings.
yeah, you have bad taste in movies.
Okay, so SeriLovers, you've heard us talk a lot, but we're now in your favorite segment of the show, the only segment of the show.
The only segment of the show.
Convincing Minute, where Rich and I are gonna try to convince each other to see a TV show, but in this special episode, Rich is gonna try to convince me to see a trilogy.
Yep. You hurt my heart by saying you didn't watch the
Oh
other
God, you. So Rich is gonna today. We're gonna have Lily and Drew say who won, but I know that they're already gonna say Lord of the Rings. Even
ones. Actually, you could
if-
just put 5 seconds on the clock. That's all I need to convince you to watch this.
you want only 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
Okay.
You're that prepared?
Oh yeah.
You might lose.
No.
Okay. But sometimes your brain to your mouth doesn't work right. Okay.
I agree with Lily, by the way. Okay.
LA, You're Stupid. That's one of the best trilogies ever. Watch it.
Yeah. Boom.
I don't even need the 5.
I don't think you convinced her, though.
I don't care.
Boom.
Wow.
And that's a statement.
Nailed it. You guys aren't seeing, but I just dropped my mic.
And then he also did a crotch chop. So
Yeah, crotch
whatever.
chop.
Yeah.
Bam.
With no pants.
All right.
I'm not happy.
Bring
with
on the
it.
Mindy Project.
Wow. Wait a second. No, I'm still in shock with that. Wow. No, that does not count. You need to
totally
talk
counts.
why.
Okay. Bring up the 30 seconds.
Duh. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
LA, You're Stupid is one of the best trilogies ever. Watch it.
I don't know if he won yet. I still need to hear about the Mindy Project.
Yeah.
There are 16 seconds on the clock.
Don't even need it. Don't need it. Oh, did I say it was one of the best trilogies ever? Best ever. With magic.
Is there time travel?
No time.
Oh, God.
All right, boot it up. Mindy Project. Get me fired up about it.
I just can't. I just can't. What the fudge was that?
Yep.
I'm just gonna be like, mine is just gonna be like, Rich, you're an asshole because you think the Jersey Girl is good.
That's fine. That's fine. Serial lovers will agree with me.
I just feel I'm prepared for the Mindy Project. I have notes and and all you tell me is, LA, you're stupid because you haven't seen the best trilogy of the world.
Yep. Yep.
No, I need you to tell me
Are you throwing
why.
in the towel, or are you just saying that Rich just won?
Yeah.
That's all I'm
She
hearing
won.
right now.
Yeah. She
Then
said
you need to convince us about the Mindy Project. Come on, girl.
Oh God.
Dead air.
I know. I'm like, pick up your ovaries and start talking to us about Mindy and her project.
I just feel
scissoring.
stupid talking about it after this and knowing that the two of you
Well,
are
why-
gonna agree with him.
I am trying to tell you now that I am not a guarantee. But if you don't go, then
Yeah.
I have to vote for Rich.
Okay, let me look at my notes so I can
Let me pull out my 13 pages.
my dissertation.
It's a thesis.
next time you have to do it, but to the rhythm of the Fresh
Ooh, of
Prince
the night.
of Bel-Air.
To the rhythm of the
Oh,
night.
I like that.
Into the honing light.
No, that's not the song I was talking about.
I know,
Okay.
but it was a rhythm of something. And it's the night.
Oh God.
To be in the
Rhythm of the night. Dance into the morning light. Don't worry about the worries on your mind. Leave it all behind.
SeriLovers, I wish you could see the concert that Lily and Rich are doing right now.
This is what we do all the time. We're just waiting for you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm still like in shock over that amazing, convincing second.
Well, it
right.
was based on your disappointing not watching it.
Yeah.
I saw the first one.
That's not all of them.
I actually saw part of the Twin Towers, so the tower.
Still
the
does
second
not
one.
count. Does not
The
count.
twin.
Oh
Tower?
God,
Yes.
Anna,
Yeah.
stop talking, please.
Yeah, the Twin Towers. It's in Baltimore.
The second book is like 2 towers.
Yeah.
Well, this is a story all about
Yeah.
how my life got turned upside down. Drew wanted Fresh Prince, so I'm giving
That's
it to
good.
him.
I like
Okay,
it.
I'm gonna do it, coño.
To the Fresh
Verga.
Prince.
So much editing.
No, vete pa'l coño.
Yeah. This is gonna be a tough one for you, Rich.
I know that.
I dislike you all. Just FYI. But anywho, Mindy Project is based on her mom's life. Mindy Kaling is one of the best writers that there exists nowadays. She was on The Office. Now she created her own show where she is an OBGYN and she's with quirky friends and all the things that happen in her love life and how she deals with things. She's funny, hilarious. The writing is on top notch and you guys should see it, and voila. I'm not stupid.
Got that in right at the last bit. That was awesome.
Anna, no one said you're stupid. You're just special.
Yeah, there was nothing about that would have convinced Rich.
No.
Nothing.
Nope.
Like, you could have had him at, she's an OBGYN, so she talks about looking at vaginas all the time.
I don't know.
Or whatever. And then she sleeps with her patients, so it's more like a porn. I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
Just sound like girl with problems.
Rich won. Yeah, Rich won.
Unfortunately, Rich did win.
Yeah. Like toads.
All right, guys, what are you giving thankful for? What are you guys thankful for? We're doing that this month.
Oh.
Yes.
Why are you looking at me first? Why do I have to go first?
Because you're the girl guest.
So I get to go first?
You get to go first.
Oh, well, that's nice. Oh. I am thankful for my friends and my family and that I am still on this side of the grass.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Drew?
Oh, God. I'm thankful.
That's put you on the spot?
Yeah, like, I wasn't expecting it. I'm thankful for everything right now. Like, everything in my life right now is really good, so I'm thankful for everything happening at the moment it needed to happen, so.
Aww.
And beer, like, yeah.
And beer.
Well, that's part of everything.
Yeah.
Ellie, what are you thankful for this week?
I am thankful for my cat, believe it or not.
Huh.
He has been my...
Weird. That's so weird.
Why?
That's what I was actually going to say, too, is my cat.
Is her cat?
There's her cat. Yeah.
My cat... My Odin has become my little companion and my best friend, and for many days the reason why I get out of bed, which as you guys know, I battle some mental health issues, and he has helped me a lot. So I'm very thankful for him.
Yeah, I'm thankful for my two boys. I have the best two cats ever. All right, everybody, thank you guys for participating again tonight.
Thanks for having
for another
me.
weird ball of fun.
Dream Team!
What?
Well, City Lovers, thank you so much for listening again to another episode of Seriology. This episode was amazing. We had the Dream Team back again with Lily and Drew. And, well, remember to follow us on Instagram at SeriologyTV_podcast, on Twitter at SeriologyTV. And, well, listen to us on all of your podcast libraries. We're everywhere. And if you do not want to listen to us in a podcast library, we're also on YouTube. So please help us keep growing and being a stronger podcast so we can bring even better material for you guys by subscribing, leaving a comment, rating us, everything. We love you guys.
Hit us up on Twitter. Tell us what you're thankful for.
Yes, we are adding to our given tree what we said today. It's beautiful because this week we're going to have 4 leaves going up on the tree, not just 2.
You guys are part of the tree?
Yes.
We are!
Part of the tree.
So that is a beautiful thing. Until then, Seri Lovers, love you.
Love you guys. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's all for now, folks. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Seriology. Don't forget to give us a like on Twitter at SeriologyTV. Send us a message about what shows you think should be on our bucket list, or if you just want to leave a comment about how awesome we are. See you next week, Seri Lovers. And remember, wherever you are, you'll always be in our TV hearts.